There we go. Sorry about that. Silly me. I did not put my sound on. I don't know why I turned it off. Okay. Can you hear me now okay? Oh, she's probably not there anymore. That's okay. Alrighty. Sorry about that, you guys. I've been babbling all this time to myself. So basically what I'm using is dark brown to try to get more of a richness to his skin tone. I thought he was just a little too light skinned to be Virgil. So I am adding just a little bit more dark tones to him. But I also kind of want this to be a warm dark skin. You can do cool dark skin. If you want like a deeper, darker brown, you can do that. Or, you know, because you've got many different shades. Like my shade right here, I don't know if you could tell, but it's kind of like it's a brown, but it's got like hints of warm yellow, or it could be like kind of like a neutral brown. Like it's not too red, it's not too cool. Right here, I've got him like a warm brown. Okay. And so I'm using a lot of warmer tones. Let's see. And I'm using maybe like a deeper, darker purple here. This is Orchid. All right. So I'm just going around and round on here. Now you can also use crayon as well. If you've got a good variety of crayons, you might be able to get away with some really cool effects. Let's see. I've got the 24 pack here. I've also got 100, I believe. Let me see what I've got here. I think this is 96. Yeah, I've got the 96 pack crayon here too as well. So I'll be tapping into this. Let's see, what do I want to make brighter or darker? First I'm going to go ahead and color in some of this other stuff here. Crayon's really great for filling in colors really fast. They're vibrant and they will layer on this. I'm not worried that the yellow has a little bit of brown on it. It'll add like a little bit of depth to it. And again, the crayons go on pretty smooth. They still leave a bit of the little dust, so you got to be wary of that. You don't really want to use your hand to wipe it off on this baby oil treated paper, because if you do, it might smear. And you don't want to blow on it, because I don't think your air is going to be, your breath is going to be strong enough to push that away. So what I kind of use is a bit of, let's see, where'd it go? Oh yeah, here we go. I use like a little rag and I just wipe it a little bit, really gently. Even that's not perfect. Okay, so I'm going to be doing his jacket in, let me just raise this up a bit. And let me see what my source image looks like. There we go. Trying to remember which outfit I decided to do. There we go. We have like the yellow and blue. That's not exactly the same one. Let's see. I had a really good source image for the jacket that I wanted to use. Now I keep finding other jackets that look just as cool. Oh, that's sad. Okay, I see it. It's gonna be black and blue. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of black and blue. Let's see, this part is blue, but it's a darker blue than this. It's not gonna hurt anything. So we got like a blue collar. Like this was like a solid blue here. And I think I just throw. Oh, this is my crazy art. This is old. Sorry, this is a Crayola deal. Dun, dun, dun. Where? And cool thing about these markers is that you can use them as watercolors on here. I gotta be careful because I can still bring out some of the dark tones in the hair. It's not gonna hurt anything there. Just fill in some of these hardcore highlights here. Anyway. Alright. Let's see. The shirt was going to be black and yellow. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get the yellow out the way. There we go. So with me, I like using more than just one tone when I color something. So we've got our yellow crayon. Let me wipe this away. I'll be using a little bit of brown. Let's see, orange. Orange can't hurt. I think instead of orange, no, I'll use a little bit of the orange. I was going to use like maybe a tan. So we'll have like yellow be the highlight. This red-orange is going to be the mid-tone. And then I'll have brown be the dark tone. Okay. See, I think I have the yellow already sitting out. There we go. Let's see, this is dandelion here. I'm going to go over the red-orange with the dandelion and try to blend that in with the yellow here. Let's see. Brown. Let's see, that's dandelion again. It's orange, where's the brown? Oh, there it is. Now if it doesn't look like your colors are going on top of each other, just keep rubbing it in. They'll blend and then the color will start to take over. And if it doesn't start to blend or take over, you can always melt that crayon color onto it, like so. Okay, I apologize, this is going to get a little loud. Just for a few seconds, just to get it nice and wet, and I can get more brown on. Okay, and then I'm going to go over it all again and with the dandelion, because I want it to look like it's a deeper, darker yellow rather than like 3 different colors, and just blend them on in. Alrighty. Okay, so on his jacket, it looks like part of this is black, and then the rest is kind of like a deep dark blue. So let me see if I can map that out just a bit. Let's see. It comes like, let's see, is that black or blue? Okay, so it kind of alternates. God, dandruff. Okay, let me see if I can find a better image. Yeah. Ooh, that's a decent costume. I love these fan arts images of Static. It's pretty cool. Okay, alright, so it's like black on the sleeve and then blue underneath. So it's kind of like a half and half type thing. His gloves, oh, those are tight. Okay, one pair of his gloves I see looks like it has like a yellow streak on it. So let me throw a little bit of that on there. Kind of like this. And then the rest of it's blue and kind of like a white, white highlights. Yep, coloring with just one color is really dull. So, let's add some more color. On his glove, I'm going to throw a little bit of brown on it. Let me make sure that you can see it. There we go. Okay. Put a little bit of brown here. And let's see, I think I'll throw a little bit of brown here. Just to give it like a deeper, darker yellow. Kind of like a goldish type yellow. And then I'm going to go over it with a little bit of that orange. Because I don't want it to scream brown. It's brown! I just want to see to make it seem like it's a darker tone. Same thing with his gloves. I'm going to have it gradually come up and be a lighter shade. And they're really mixing together here. I just got to keep going till I get my orange to come out. This is yellow orange. And then I'm just go back over it with dandelion, because I really don't want it to be like, I want it to be kind of seamless. Like you can't tell where one color ends and the other one begins. And it just adds a little bit more depth to it as well. Okay, let's see if we can map out this jacket like I said I was going to. Okay, this part here, and then I know this is going to be like a black. I think I'll use like 3 different colors in the black. I'll use like a deep dark blue, a deep dark, let's see, I've got cerulean, I've got black, but instead of black just yet, I think I'm going to use a different tone, just to get a deeper, darker blue until I can get to black. So I'm going to alternate between its blues, what's it called, complementary color. I want it to kind of have an undertone of this blue. Okay, and then complement of blue is kind of like a red. What's across from it? Red or green? Let's see. Green, green, green. Let's see. That's too bright. This is blue green. Aha! I have you now. Okay, let's see. What I'm trying to do is get to a deeper, darker blue. Usually, it's like if you use a warm color with a dark color or a cool color, it'll make the it'll make it a darker color. Okay, try the blue again. And it'll give you variations of blue. I think I want this darker. I think I want this black. Okay, so let me try red and see what red does for us. Let's see, this color here is like a red violet, so let's see what that does for us. It kind of gives us a purple, which is fine. I think that might make it an interesting tone on the top here while it's in the light. And then I'll just gradually bring it black to black. Okay. I gotta be careful with black because it's pretty consuming. Now it looks kind of gray. My black looks a little gray. And I can make it darker by melting or actually warming up the paper a bit. And I can get a little darker. If I'm still not dark enough, I can always use my markers. Let me move some of this smush here. Before, let me warm up the paper real quick. Let's see. So you see this area right here. That's not warmed up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it is warmed up. So I did about 12 seconds. And this crayon is like flying across this thing. Now you don't need a lot of heat in order to get your crayon to start moving. And excuse me. I think I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this crayon so I can get into some of these other areas without making too much of a mess. And I'm just pretty much covering up the tooth of the paper. Okay, and I can remember who's on top. Okay, black is on top. Okay. And then, let's see, the top part of the sleeve. Same thing with this side. I'm going to warm up this side a little bit. Okay, this here is a hot air gun. Doo-doo-doo. Pretty awesome. Okay, so it is black here. Say black underneath here. Now with the crayons, you don't have to be pretty with it. You can use any kind of pressure that you want on this, especially if you're going to apply heat. Okay, I'm going to alternate this one with black and blue. So like in some spots it'll be blue and in other parts it'll be black. So in the shadows I've got it being black and I'm gonna have it like a deep dark blue. on his collar. Okay. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of this highlight right here. I could melt a little bit of white on here if I wanted to. And I'm going to have this be blue all the way down after this. Actually, I should have had this part right here be light, but that's okay. I shall make it Velk. I shall make it Velk. Okay, back to, this is cerulean, not dark enough. Let me see. Let's see what other blues I have. Love this set. Let's see. Let's see, this one here is indigo. That might be a nice deep dark blue. And, well, that's cerulean again. Okay. Right here is cornflower. Okay, so let me try these blues here. Okay, first one is indigo. I'm going to warm up the paper in a second. First, before I warm up the paper, I'm going to make sure there's no little dust bunnies. Not going to have any dust on here. Okay. Let's warm it up. Not dark enough. Indigo, you've let me down, bro. Let's see. Let's try cornflower. Cornflower's a little bluer. A little deeper, darker blue. Not bad, not bad. So we'll use a combination of the two. Let's see, this should have been black right here on the cuff. Just color this in a little bit. This will be the highlight for his gloves. Let's see if red will help us a little bit. Let's see. This is called Jazzberry Jam. I'm going to use a little bit of this in the shadow of his gloves here. And then I'm going to go over it with another blue and see what that does for us. It gives it kind of like a purple tone. I just need these gloves to set themselves apart from the jacket. Let's see. And just keep going over it until you cover up that complementary color. All right, bring a little bit more blue into this. I think cerulean will probably work really well on top of this. Let me warm it up after I wipe it off. Okay, let's see. Let's get to the collar here. Okay, this is corn flour. I'm going to throw a little bit of corn flour on this side too. And I'll have this one be the base tone or highlight. Okay, enough of his head. Okay, and then we'll throw this darker blue on. And if it still isn't the blue that I want, I can always use my marker. So all is not lost. All right, let me put these to the side here. See, I don't think I need the baby oil right now. Okay, I'm going to warm this up a little bit, add some black to it, and see if I can get this to darken up a bit. Let's see. Black, black, black. Where'd your black go? Just a little darker. All right. And I'm going to smooth out the edges here a bit. Let me see. That one felt like it was kind of drying out. And while it's still drying, let me see if I can add just a little bit of this black to, well, rather try to blend some of this black into it just itself here. And then I want to put a little bit more of a lighter blue on here just for the highlight. Come on. It's like rub itself off. Why you do that? That's okay. It looks kind of nice as a highlight. A little variation of color. See if we can do a little bit of that on the other side here. And I think this is cerulean? No, cornflower. That's right. Cornflower is a little lighter. And we'll just have a little bit of cornflower going on right here. Oh. Alrighty, let's see. And then we'll, oh, cornflour is a little too light. Okay. Okay, we'll just have a little bit of cerulean blend in a little bit. Just gives it a nice rich blue. Yeah, this needs to be a deeper, darker blue here too. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. We'll have a little bit of blue coming into the black. Should have used gray. But I'll kind of blend this in a bit. Actually, I probably won't need to use the other colors. If I melt a little bit more of the black onto it, it'll get a dark. It'll have a deeper, darker black. I think I'll bring a little bit more black into some of the other areas too. Okay, let's raise this up a bit. Okay, his neck looks a little long. Okay. And I'm just bringing a little bit of black into the gloves here just to give it like a deeper, darker blue. Deeper, deeper, darker blue. Okay. And I just want to get all the way to the edge. This part will be black. And we'll just define it a little bit better with the marker. I'm using a Prismacolor Premier brush tip marker. I call it a pen, but it is what it is. And this will just define some of these lines and stuff a little bit better. Let me see if this will blend a bit. Yes. So like while it's wet, I can kind of merge it into one of the other colors just to give it a deeper, darker shade. Put a little bit down here. Just giving him a little bit more interest in his gloves here. His thumb is looking kind of strange here. I have to play with that. Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to smooth out his lightning bolt a bit. One thing I don't like too much is the black for, oh shoot, that's right. I think they were all one piece. The black for the markers. For some reason it seems to come out like a blue tone when I use it. So like, this is a Crayola Super Tip. And it's not quite black. It's not as black as I'd like it to be. I'm going to try the signature marker. Let's see, where is my signature? It's in the pouch. Here's the pouch. Okay. And this is my Pentel brush pen. Okay, where's the black? And I think I ran into the same problem with these as well. That black isn't as black as I'd like it to be. The Pentel brush pen takes up the slack on that. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it, but it comes up kind of a bluish black, not quite black black. Let's see if I can get this to outline just a smidge. Not black enough. Well, I guess it's my own fault for using blue. Okay, let's try the crayon. And then we'll just melt everybody together. Wipe off some of these areas. One thing I got to give to the marker, it smells pretty. These are those kind of scented markers. Alright, so I'll let that cool a bit, and I will use a bigger blending stub, and I'm going to just rub it maybe in the same direction. Come on now. Looks like I'm rubbing it off. Don't rub off. Okay, I have to let it cool a bit. I'll just rub it in other places. Let's see if we can get them a little darker. Okay, you're going to be a bear about it. Okay, let's try this. Beautiful, beautiful. I wonder if I can blend this in. Why, yes, I can. Lovely. Okay. I am going to use my pocket brush pen to make the black darker than black. Yeah, what's happening is the pocket brush pen ink is sitting on top of the crayon, and I'm able to kind of blend it in with the crayon kind of smoothly. It's kind of nice. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit more. Lovely. Oh yes. Hi, Just Jimmy. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Sorry, I'm getting a little delirious. Getting close to my bedtime. And thank you for the compliment. Truly appreciate it. I think what this needs is to be, it's like I want to make it much more colorful, you know, much more vibrant and stuff. Okay, and this one's going to be a bear. I think I'm going to have to use this to my advantage. The crayon wants to keep scratching off, so let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can try to compensate by just adding the ink. Yeah, I just wish there was better markers for what I'm doing. Like, I want to define my stuff a little bit better, but the super tips, you know, they're only so dark. Like, I don't know, I still don't think that you can see it, but on the tip of this, sorry, awkward. Okay, let me see if I can get this to, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. Now the edge of the collar is like a bluish tone instead of like a deep dark black. Like that's blacker, and then this side of the collar is kind of like a blue black. I don't know. I'm just not happy with the Crayola blacks. So instead of whining and belly aching about it, I'll just go over it with the Pentel brush pen, pocket brush pen. Yeah, this beast is awesome. I like this pen. At first I thought it was like, who cares about the hype? Nah, this thing is pretty cool. Because I can make my thin lines, thick lines, cartoony lines. And it seems to make my black blacker than black, and I like it. I like it. I got to like it. Sorry, I'm getting delirious. Little tired, little tired. But I'll be wrapping it up a little bit. What I want to do is kind of let it cool a bit. I also want to go over his face just a little bit more. I don't know. It's like it's missing something. His neck, I need to darken a little bit of this up to kind of get it to blend a little bit. And I should... oh, and the very last thing I want to do is add the streaks. Let's see, the lightning. Let's see. And I'm debating whether or not to color this part in first. That way the lightning will... Well, let's see. Let's see what we get. And then if I don't like it, I can always add more. Okay, so what I need is a white crayon. Aha! You cannot hide. I have a white crayon. I'm going to take some of the paper off. Yeah, my favorite crayon coloring is my Spider-Man. I had bought a dollar store coloring book, and I think each day I was just doing a little bit of coloring here and there, and oh my goodness, once I started applying the heat to it, the heat, and I think I want to do some more. I've got another coloring book. But it's more of like a Bruce Timm type artwork. But it's calling me. It's calling me. It's Justice League. Oh God. Like, it's this beast right here. And I know it's got crappy paper, which is amazing with the crayon. So maybe tomorrow I'll go ahead and color one of these. One of these beauties, and see what damage we can do. But in the meantime, let me take a little bit more paper off so it will melt better. Okay, here's where the fun begins. I'm going to heat up the paper, and then I'm going to heat up the crayon. And then once it dries, I can scratch off and kind of manipulate where the lightning's going to go. So let me see. I want to get a picture of some really good lightning blasts, and I kind of want to try to follow that type of pattern. Let's see. Lightning, lightning. Oh yes, that's nice. Some of the cool ones is when his hand is completely lit up. Ooh, he's got blue lightning. It's like a combination of blue and black. Ah, that one's tight. Okay, I think nah. Let's see. What's another one? Ooh, where it's white. Oh yeah, that one's tight. Okay, all right. I got this. All right. Okay. I apologize. It's going to get loud and obnoxious. You know, I think what I should have done is just turn this upside down and let it fly where it wants to fly. Whoop, whoop. Let's see if white can be our best friend. I gotta wipe off the white here. All right. And just scratch off some of the yeah, it'd probably look better if I had like a background of some sort of background color. And just do some more tendrils. Just need to get a little random with this. Scratch off some of this and just kind of let it do some lightning. Let's see, scratch, scratch, scratch. All right, let that cool. And I need to do some more like lightning bolt type of thing. Let's see if I can get my, where'd my white go? I want it to like just kind of throw itself around. Yeah, this needs to be some color because it's not really coming out. Let's see. Oh yes, the paper's coming right off. Okay. All right. I want it to be thinner, but when it melts, it's kind of fat. Let's see. So it's just trying to sculpt a bit of the white, and I think I want to put a little bit more white in certain areas. But then again, he's got a blue outline. Let me see if I can get this thing to do a really cool blue outline. Where are you? Ouch. Okay. Now I might end up having to do a couple layers of lightning to see if I can get it to come out properly. Let's see. I wonder if I can melt blue and get what I want. Don't know. think this is the color of the outline. Yeah. And just kind of have the blue kind of shaky around it. And maybe taper off a bit so it looks like it's kind of glowing. Only thing is it's not showing up on the black. So I'm gonna have to find the blue that would show up on the black. Let's see. I wonder if this blue will do it. Just get it to where it's wet. Come on, you. I think I might need a brighter blue. Just around the outside of it. Yeah, I think it needs to be a brighter blue. Just to make it look like it's glowing a bit. Let's see. Or maybe if I rub the white in, maybe that will make it look like it's glowing. I need to wipe this off. Okay. Alright, so I just need to do a few more things to this. It's a start, so I just got to keep manipulating the white and getting it to kind of look like lightning. It kind of looks like cartoon aroma, you know, like his hands stink or something like that. Okay, let's see if I can melt a little bit more white around his hands here. Pardon me. Alright, that gives it a little bit of variation. It's a little ugly right now, but I think with some coaxing I could probably get some lightning bolt looking things. And then I think what would be kind of cool is melting a little bit of the blue in with this white, and that should bring out a little bit more of the lightning bolts as well. So I shall play with this a little bit later. I have to turn in. Thank you guys for watching, popping in and taking a peek. Here's where we are so far on this. Let me raise my camera up a bit. Alright. Alrighty. So right now what I want to do is probably, or a little bit later, is kind of get this effect right here, where it's blue, and I'll have like a blue aura around the lightning. So that'll make it look a little bit more lightning-ish. And I think I'm going to end up outlining his hands a little bit more, coming into some of this with a little bit more lightning, or just trying to define it just a little bit better, because right now it's super busy. So yeah, I think it needs more of like this blue that's, oops, can't get it straight, Kim. Alright, here we go. A little bit of this blue right here. I might have to turn this upside down to see it better. But yeah, this blue right here, interspersed with some of this lightning, I think it'll make it really stand out. I don't know. I'll keep working at it. But today, I gotta call it quits. And I gotta do something about this neck. He looks like a giraffe. So anyway, thanks for watching. I might play with this again tomorrow morning, and you can catch the live stream then. Thank you for popping in. If I'm not feeling it right away, I'll probably work on something else, take a break, and then come back to it, and maybe I might have a brainstorm of what I think should happen to this. Like, I'm not happy with this area right here, and I kind of want a little bit more color play here. It just looks dull and boring. I don't know. I might come back through with brown again, and just brown him up. Maybe a little bit of the mahogany. I'm not sure. I might even use crayon on the rest of it, just to kind of get that blending action going. Alright, well, that's my contribution for the night. Again, thanks again for popping in. If you got any questions, or if you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe, and just let me know what you think, okay? If it looks like crap, yeah, it'll get better each time I do it. I'm kind of rusty because I've been doing t-shirts and stuff, and I've been spoiled with the way those blend and do their thing. Alright, well, we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.